Kathleen. I just want to make sure. But the new home will be ready next month, right?
Are you talking about the multi-family home?
Yes. I'm assuming that you guys will be moving in next month?
Yeah. So we are actually in the process of packing up our stuff right now. You should get ready as well.
Well, I don't see the need to rush. We don't have that many belongings anyways. The major problem at hand is the fact that you're coming along as well.
Wait, what do you mean?
That duplex home belongs to my parents. With that being said, don't you think it's a little weird that you'll be living there too?
I'm not sure if I'm understanding what you're trying to get at correctly. I mean, I'm married to your brother, meaning we are a couple. And your brother wants to live with his parents, so I said yes. What's so wrong about that? Plus, isn't this the reason why your parents decided to build a multi-family home in the first place? So that we can all live together? What's more, your brother is my husband. Of course I have to live where he lives. Tell me which part of my explanation doesn't sit well with you.
Your attitude doesn't sit well with me.
Excuse me?
You think that you're on top of the world, right? Do you think I'm an idiot?
Sorry if I offended you in any way. It's just that I'm really confused on what you're trying to get across the board. Can you be a little more specific with me here?
I'm telling you right now that I don't want to share the house with you, Kathleen.
What? You don't have to, though.
All I've ever wanted is to get off my tail and rely on my parents for the rest of my life. But now that you're in the equation, everything will be taking a bad turn from now on. Your existence in itself puts me under a ton of stress.
Is that really so? Then I'm sorry. You know that the last thing I want to do is hurt you.
But what you've done so far is nothing but stress me out. I'm more than done with you at this point. I mean, all you ever talk about is work, work, work. This makes us polar opposites. We have literally nothing in common.
I like my job. It's my passion. That's why I want to give it my best while I still can. What's more, I basically work around the clock every day and have no other hobbies or anything like that. This leaves me with practically nothing else to talk about but work.
Are you 100% positive that this is how you want to live for the rest of your life? Because I have a handful of hobbies to begin with. So even if I'm home alone, I'm never bored, you know? I always keep myself entertained. Anyways, what I'm trying to say here is that you make me sick and tired as soon as I see you. I just don't get how you always seem to be snowed under work.
I see. And I respect your opinion. I didn't know this is how you think of me. In that case then, I'll try to talk about something other than work the next time we see each other.
That's not the problem, though. I simply don't want you to live in my new home.
But that's not up to me.
I will never share my house with you no matter what.
Okay, but have you not heard anything from your parents?
Shut up! I would rather die than live with a workaholic. You seriously drive me crazy all the time. You know what? Stop texting me from now on. There's no way for me to share my new home with someone like you. Hey, Kathleen. Have you still not moved out yet?
What do you mean? I just finished moving here.
But didn't I tell you before to not move into that house? I mean, I haven't even started packing up my stuff yet. So it's just rude for you to move in before I do.
There's nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. Why don't you discuss this with your parents?
Don't tell me what to do. I am your husband's older sister. Are you even listening to me right now? I'm saying this for the last time. But get the hell out of there. You don't belong there.
Whatever you say. I'm not leaving. Sorry, your wish isn't coming true. But it's not my fault. I could have just ignored you. But I still apologized. So you should be thankful.
I'll give you 2 weeks.
Pardon me?
That duplex home belongs to me. So you and your family need to get out within 2 weeks.
I guess you really don't know anything, do you? This property belongs to my husband and I, as well as your parents. In other words, you're not living here. So don't worry about sharing this multifamily home with me anymore. Does this make you feel better?
Excuse me? What are you talking about? I'll be moving there soon. You have to get out. I don't want to live with you. Plus, as soon as you move out, I can pretty much have everything to myself. I mean, I can literally roam around the entire first floor without anyone bothering me. What a wonderful life, am I right?
Please wake up and face the reality already.
What do you mean?
I'm sure that your parents have already told you this multiple times. They said to me that they have reminded you to look for a new place. After all, the house that you're living in right now is rented out, so someone else will be moving in next month. Didn't they warn you to move out as soon as you can?
Are you being serious right now? What is it that you're trying to get at? Stop beating around the bush and say it clearly.
Here's the thing. Your parents are finished with the whole moving process. They now live here with us. Do you not come out of your room at all throughout the day? Or do you not notice anything different over there at your place? For example, you haven't been seeing your parents around that much.
Really? But now that you brought it up, I am starting to realize that they haven't been cooking me meals for the past few days.
Honestly, though, I'm kind of taken aback at this point at how unconcerned you must be to not notice that your parents are gone. Are those hobbies you talked about earlier all related to staying in your room and not coming out or something?
This has nothing to do with what's going on right now. Anyways, are you saying that both of my parents have already settled down over there? I mean, there's still a lot of furniture left here, though.
It seems like they're leaving the furniture for the tenant. We have enough furniture for them to use here, so your parents figured that they might as well save the tenant some money since the rent is quite high.
What do you mean? The tenant? Where is this tenant coming from? They never told me anything about it. I'm so confused. This is all too much for my brain to process at the moment.
I told you that your parents put the house up for rent a while ago. With that being said, of course the tenant would be moving in next month. What's more, they've also reminded you more than once up until now. I don't know what you were so occupied with that you don't remember anything they said. Let me ask you one more time. But do you seriously not remember anything at all? This is why I suggest that you listen to your parents when they're talking, because a lot of the times it's important stuff.
So did my mom bring all of her stuff with her? As far as I'm concerned, I don't see that big of a difference around the house before versus now. Oh, wait! If she already moved like you said, then why didn't she pack my things for me? How can she treat me like this? What mother would move without letting her own daughter know?
Have you even been listening to me? Because if you were paying attention in the beginning, then you could have well understood the current situation by now. Basically, your parents no longer want to live under the same roof with you. I don't know if you're just naturally insensitive or what, but you never take what they say seriously. According to their words, you have already said yes to getting your own place, like an apartment or something, I believe.
Of course I thought they were just kidding with me. How am I supposed to live in an apartment all by myself? Are you out of your mind or something? I'm unemployed. Unless they pay for my daily expenses, I can't afford to live on my own. With that being said, I'm certain that my parents were just messing around. They can't possibly be serious about it. I'm their little girl. Do you really think that they would treat me this cruelly?
Excuse me? Do you live in a different world than I do or something?
What are you talking about?
Mona, you're already 37 years old. You can't freeload on your parents forever.
I'm still 36 years old as of right now. My 37th birthday isn't until 2 months from now.
That's not the problem. I don't care when your birthday is. The problem is that you still need your parents to support you financially. In other words, you can't even survive in this world on your own. Tell you what, I thought that you were kidding with me when you first said that you don't want me there in the dual family home because you yourself are jobless. I mean, you're definitely away with the fairies at this point.
Don't you dare speak to me like this! Show some respect to your sister-in-law!
I always have shown you respect. The thing is that you don't seem to have a grasp of the current situation at hand. So I have no choice but to put you in your proper place. My husband and I paid for half of that property. Plus, your parents have had enough of you as well. That's why they would rather lease their home to someone else than live there with you.
Excuse me? I don't understand where this is coming from.
Your parents don't want to live on the streets. They're retired and want to enjoy their life from now on. But with you eating up the pension fund, that would literally be impossible. They're done with you spending all the money on video games. After all, you spend money like water. Your parents can't stand you any longer. I mean, my husband and I have been trying to have a child for years, but both of us still work regardless. Which means we're financially stable and we don't find excuses for our laziness. The two of us don't require financial help from our parents. And this is how you can coexist with your in-laws in a duplex home, when money is not involved.
So, are you saying that I can't live with you guys?
There's no room for you here, obviously.
Excuse me? Is this for real? Is this what my parents said too?
Yes. In fact, this is what I've been saying to you all along.
Yeah, but I never take their words seriously. I thought that you just wanted to hog that house or something. Anyways, I don't believe what you told me. This can't possibly be true.
You know that a lot of the times it's better to accept reality. What's more, it's not like your parents have been hiding all this from you the entire time. They explained their wish to you more than once. And I did the same thing multiple times too. So what makes you think in the first place that you get to live here with us?
Wait a second first. Where am I supposed to go then?
Are you asking me that right now?
Yeah, who else would I ask then? I mean, my parents have already made it very clear that they don't want to live under the same roof with me anymore. Plus, you're also in with them on this. So you have to take responsibility for me if they won't. Because you ruined my big game plan.
I'm not sure what's the matter with you, but you're not a toddler. You're a middle-aged adult. It's time for you to figure things out yourself. After all, Mommy and Daddy can't take care of everything for you until you pass. They will pass before you.
Excuse me? But they've always put up with me until now. You know what? Fine. But in that case then, you have to pay for me. My parents are too old and probably about to kick the bucket soon. But since you're my brother's wife, the two of you should be responsible for taking care of me from now on.
That's never happening in a million years. I'm not your legal guardian or anything like that. You know what? I don't know what else I can do to make you pull your act together. Because you just seem to lack basic comprehension skills that an adult should have under normal circumstances. So I will be recapping everything for you one last time. Make sure to pay attention and read everything very carefully. Here's the thing. You don't belong here in this new home. What you need to start doing right now is find yourself a job and a place to stay at. That's all.
Is this what I have to deal with from now on? Are my parents aware of this too? Is this not your revenge on me?
I don't have anything personal against you to even begin with.
This can't possibly be true. I don't want to become homeless though.
Your mom and brother have told you more than once to get a job. I mean, you don't even go outside. All you do every day is stay home and play video games.
I've never lived by myself ever in my life. You can't do this to me all of a sudden. It's unfair.
You can throw all the tantrums you want. It's none of my business. All I know is that if you don't move out soon, Then you'll be reported to the police as a squatter.
Are you being serious right now? This must be a lie, right?
It's nothing but the truth. So really, move out before it's too late.
Move out to where? I don't know anyone who can accommodate me. Plus, I don't have a penny to my name.
I can lend you a hand if you want. I know this company that provides its employees with housing and food.
What do you mean?
But the work itself is pretty exhausting. Can you handle the workload?
The last thing I want to do is work. I know nothing and I'm too lazy to do anything. Just let me live there with you guys. I promise to help with house chores and all that. Aren't we family? Is this how you treat your family? I mean, if it's a duplex home, then it should be very spacious. I mean, there are 3 floors in total. All I need is 1 room. I'm certain that it won't hurt to let 1 more person live with you guys. I don't eat that much and all I do is stay in my room. You have to support me. I can't survive on my own.
I'm not obligated to let an almost 40-year-old person leech off of me. That's why I'm telling you to stop being a parasite. Also, just in case if you're trying to figure out the address of the new home, then you better give up right now because you can never know. So don't even begin to think about it. Plus, I already told you about this company that provides its employees with residence and 3 meals a day. It's your choice whether you want it or not. So anyways, let me know what you think. One more thing. Other than details about the job, do not text or call me. I'm busy with work, unlike you. All in all, why don't you think about my suggestion first and then make a decision? Keep in mind that you don't have many options to choose from. After that, Mona's parents got in touch with her as well. They were blowing a fuse at her and demanding that she stop contacting them until she lands a job. They told her that she must start working because they will not pay 1 more cent for her anymore. People her age are already married with 2 kids. On the other hand, all she does every day is play video games in bed. Consequently, she was left with no choice but to accept the job that I told her about. You should have been there to see how her jaw dropped when she heard the words construction worker. Yes, you heard that right. The job which I told her about is indeed construction worker. I mean, Mona told me more than once before to get out of the house. But look who's outside all the time digging trenches, sun or rain now. With that being said, she is going through a very hard time at work every day considering the fact that she's been unemployed for more than 10 years. Still, I hope that she could use this opportunity to learn more about the real society. In the end, all I want to say is that I don't feel bad for what she's going through right now at all, as I believe that she's only getting a taste of her own medicine. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and click the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you'll know when a new video comes out. Don't forget to also leave a comment below, and I'll see you next time.